Kotlin Collection library that I started by list. So it's a continuation of it. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to fake a network call to get list of users, and we're going to explore map on it. So this video is about map. So map is just like a collection of key value pairs where each key is unique and is used to retrieve the corresponding value. Okay, so we can, there are two major functions here. The map of this one, we have map of for creating read only, and mutable map of for creating data that can change, right? So let's begin. So first we are going to start by creating a data class to hold our data. So we're going to have a data class called user. So very simple, we have to have name and email here, form of type string, and email also type string, email of type string. So the data class is done. So let's create those lists mutable data, right? So I'm going to say what did I say? I'm going to say we are going to fake data. We are going to fake a response, and we're going to fake also the API data, like assuming that it's coming from a certain place in the internet or server. Yeah, so we are going to create, first let's create a mutable map of the response. So we are going to have, normally this one you will do in your view models when you're developing for Android. So we're going to have network response. So this one should be a mutable map. So it's of map type string, and we're going to also have mutable list, and it should be mutable list of type user that we've created up there. So the list of type user, right? So we're going to assign it to be a mutable map of the same, right? So we're going to assign it mutable map of that, and we instantiate it with nothing. Then we're going to create a getter or a read only of it called response. So the response is a map, because it's a read only map of string, and a mutable list of the user. So if you are not familiar with this, please check in the video description. You find the link to the previous video where we were talking about lists. So this one we're going to assign it to this. So that's a read only of the above. So the first function we're going to create is to get response data. So get response data. So the get response data function is going to return a map of string, then user, and we're going just to return this, right? We're going to return that. So the next function that we're going to create is to fake the API call. So you're going to create a function called fake API API data. So the fake API data is going to have a variable, assuming this was coming from internet users. So in users, we are going to create a mutable map, no, mutable list of users, type user, and we're just going to assign it to a mutable list of. Alright, so let's create our fake user data, right? We'll have user, person name, goes to John. These are a list of users in the database. I may guess that the rest of the fake API data is returning, right? So we're going to have John. We're going to have John, and the email equal john@g.net. Let's create two more of them. Copy that, paste it down, right? So tab it back. Okay. Alright, so we have that. Let's modify it. Let's say this as Jane Smith. Jane SM Smith. Okay. So now that we created a fake, normally in the view model, this one's normally in the view model, and this one may be in your repository, right? So we are now going to simulate what you may do when a view load, when you are on view created, something like that. So for those who have not familiar with the development in Android, just take it like we're going to fake calling this data, and we're going to get the data. So calling this one will add, assuming this one will add it from the internet and place it in our network response here. So next thing we're going to do, we're going to have network.put. We're going to put it as let's say data, something like that, then data, then values to be users, the one that we've just created over here. So values to be users, right? So we've got, just a recap in a short. So this is the repository, then this one is in the view model, and now you can, okay, normally in the view model you can call in your init function, you can call this. So since we don't have view model right here, we're just going to call it. We are assuming that this is the init inside our view model, right? So when the view model loads, that is it. So for those who don't know the Android architecture, just take it that if we want to fake this data, we first call this to run this function and put all the data that we've just created here into our network response, and this one is going to get them as a read-only of this map, right? Okay, let's proceed. So the next we have is we're going to create a val call response, and we're going to assign it to the get response function, right? So we're going to have the get response function. Next is we're going to loop over the response. So the response dot for each response dot for each. Alright, so the for each we are going to perform, it's based on a key value, right? So now that we have the key value, we are going to print, let's just print line. We're going to just print, let's try just when key equals to key, and then values equals to value. Let's run that. So we get key to be the data and the values to be the list of users, right? Okay, let's now perform something cool, right? Let's map through this, loop through this list of users and display it in a nice way, right? So what we are going to do now, okay, let's have it down here. So we're going to have value, we're going to map through this, or rather loop, a formula for each again, which is memory intensive, I know. We're going to map loop through. So when we loop through, we're going to print. We're going to print name, because the value contains the list of users. So we're going to print let's say it.name, and also it okay, it.name. So if we do that, we should expect let's move this past preventability. Okay, let's have that. Okay, so we have John, James, Smith, and their corresponding. Or you can just format this thing just to look a bit nice, just nice. Anyway, we have done displaying what we wanted, but just for a little bit of formatting and having a nice look. So let's have a new line here, and we tab it over, right? And also after tabbing it, also we're going to have a new line, and having a tab, and insert the square bracket start, right? Then at the end here, just going to print a line. What we're going to print? We're going to print a space under tab, and also down here print. We're going to print line on the closing, right? On the closing of the response, something like that. So if we run, we expect something to look nice, right? Yeah. Oh, we didn't tab these ones, right? So let's perform tab. How many tabs? Yeah, tab them twice. Tab, right, so that we can have a nice look. So the data now have is that nicely formatted, right? Cool. So we fake the data, then the data that was reserved as a list of user with username. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you till then. So the next video we're going to talk about set, right? So bye till then.